What are your opinions on Ernie Ladd?
Here's the thing. They call him Red. Well, I call him Red, Big Cat, number 99. Ernie Ladd's from Houston, Texas, the same place I am. And I loved Ernie Ladd. He was one hell of a guy. I mean, he always made me feel, like I was his friend. But the thing was about Ernie played pro football, and he was like all pro. I don't know how many years, and he came into wrestling. But he had a work ethic people didn't understand. I mean, he demanded that you even though it's pro wrestling, and if you want to, you can go out there and some guys loaf and stuff. But he made, like when I worked for him, I was in working for Bill Watts in Mid-South, and Ernie was the booker at one time, and I was I was the North American champion. So every match I had, he would critique and he would say, "Hey, you're our champion. You got to push it hard." And it's like, and if you got to stay in shape. You got to be an athlete and present yourself as a true athlete to these people, and so that's kind of, and I respected that, totally. But and far as a person, Ernie was a good-hearted guy, and he was nice as he could be. I mean, he had you don't want to get him mad at you at all. But it was funny one time, Ernie, like I came in, this is about, I'd left Mid-South and went and worked some other places, I forget where, and then I came back, and so I hadn't gotten a place to stay yet. So when I came in that night, Ernie goes, "Just stay." I said, I'm traveling. I'm going to New York and here and there. Just stay at my apartment. I won't be back for a week. He said, "Just stay there till you find something." And I said, "Okay." So I appreciate it, So that's the kind of guy he was. So I did. And of course, I ended up, this is when I was a lot younger, I ended up hooking up with some gal the next night, and I take her back to his place, and then she wakes up the next morning and she sees these size 17 shoes beside the bed, and then she goes, where the hell are we? She thought we was in some giant's house. I said, "We are." Anyway, that was funny. But Ernie was that kind of guy. He would just give you a shirt off his back if he liked you,
Is it true that he was the first African American booker in pro wrestling too?
I believe he was. I believe so. I believe so. He was. And he put his heart into it too. He worked hard at it. He did. He took a lot of bullshit from Bill Watts, man. But I mean, you know what? Ernie could. He just let it roll off his shoulder. I'm sure he's heard plenty of it in the NFL and all kinds of stuff, and screaming at idiots, raising hell. But he didn't let it bother him. He could function no matter what's going on. He didn't care.